I don't even know what to sing now. And Kerry starts to giggle.
No. Oh gosh.
Training Thursday. Training Thursday. Hi everyone, welcome. It's another Training Thursday with me. I'm Jordan Bateman, Vice President Communications. And look, right on cue, Chris Gardner telephoning me.
Every
time, saying, oh, well, I ignore the boss. Okay, it's another Training Thursday here. I'm Vice President Communications, Independent Contractors Business Association, ICBA. Yes, that ICBA, and I'm joined as always by
Kerry Vital, Program Manager.
Vital by name, Vital by nature. Deb's bouncing baby girl. How is Deb, by the way?
She's fantastic. Yeah,
I
saw her this morning.
I missed her. I was thinking today that we should have, now that we can have gatherings, we should finally have the office.
Oh, I think we need
housewarming,
to. Yeah, no, I think we definitely need to do that.
Really, it's just an excuse for me to see Deb.
Well.
And maybe she'll do a special fake Training Thursday with me where we talk about your childhood.
Oh, good. Yes, excellent.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I imagine you were like a little bit of a thing as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. So stay tuned for that. But first of all, we are talking about our featured course for training, ICBA Training this week. And one of my favorite human beings in the industry is teaching it. So tell us about cyber risk.
Cyber risk in your business, what you need to know. Presented by Nikki Keith from Wilson & Beck Insurance Services, who, as Jordan said, is one of our favorite human beings over here at ICBA. So on average, Canadian business sees 40 cyber attacks each year. Like data breaches, hacks occur. They can result in devastating damage. Not good. So that type of event could mean the loss of your database, your contracts, your proposals, or your business operations, disruptions, a whole bunch of really, really bad things. So March 4th at 1 p.m., webinar situation. Nikki's going to come and talk to us about it, like data breach coverage, business interruption loss reimbursement, legal support, cyber liability insurance, and cyber extortion defense. So it's a jam-packed situation, and it is free.
Yes.
So we think everyone should come and register for it.
So some people sitting around listening to this will be like, cyber attacks is something that happens to big, ginormous corporations or the U.S. government or things like that. No. It happens to everyone. Every grandma's gotten the email from a Nigerian prince.
That's true.
It happens to everybody. You click one wrong document attachment. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but our ITS, which is our information technology provider, tests us sometimes. Tests the whole corporation by sending an email out that is actually a fake phishing email.
That's hilarious. Is that why we suddenly randomly get emails from like Chris?
Yes, to see who clicks on it.
Oh, that's really
And then we
funny.
go and talk to those people.
That's
and
hilarious.
I'll have you know, never clicked.
I have never clicked it either. I do know of some people who have.
Yes.
And who have taken down the situation for a little bit.
And we ridicule them.
Yeah. Well, we laugh at them to this day. Yes, that's not the point.
So 40 cyber attacks a year. Some people are like,
that's a lot.
They're trying to steal the nuclear codes. No. It can be as simple as those phishing emails, but it can be very complex and very targeted as well. So certainly Nikki Keith has seen many horror stories with her clients.
She's told us about them,
Yeah. Wilson & Beck, by the way, fantastic partner of ICBA.
Most definitely.
Wilson Beck himself, life member of ICBA, was here at the very beginning, helped us set up the Our Bank and other programs.
Oh boy.
And now that company, under the leadership of his son David, continues on, does amazing work. And like we said, Nikki,
we love her.
One of our favorites.
She's fantastic. So it'll be a really good presentation.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's always entertaining.
March the 4th.
Yeah. 1 p.m.
And it's free, right?
It is free.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you going to lose? Come spend an hour with Nikki Keith.
Exactly.
Bask in the gentle greatness of who she is. And this is really, Nikki should really take this clip, send it to her boss.
She should.
And be like,
100%.
I'm beloved.
You are.
Yeah.
You are, Nikki.
Excellent. Anyways, maybe she'll buy us lunch. So anyways, it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
All too often, we don't think about these things until it's too late. Take an hour.
Yes.
Put some precautionary measures in place, and at least start to identify where you see some holes in your organization that could be exploited. Okay.
Absolutely.
That is at icba.ca/courses, or mash the button below.
Gosh, you're never going to live that one down.
Carrie loves it when I say mash.
You're never going to live that one down.
Carrie?
Yes?
The provincial government made some big announcements in apprentices today, and you as ICBA's apprenticeship guru, there is no human being in British Columbia, literally, who manages more apprentices than Kerry Vitale.
It's true. That's not even hyperbole.
That's not
that
hyperbole.
is actually
ICBA
true.
is the #1 sponsor of trade apprentices in the province of British Columbia, and it's not even close.
Nope.
More than any other association, more than any union, more than any employer, ICBA #1. And it's Kerry who has to deal with it. All the paperwork for more than 1,000, actually closer to 1,500.
I think it's, about 1,500 now.
1,500 apprentices. Kerry, the BC government's decided that they're going to make your job so much easier. Or so they claim, by bringing, first of all, rebranding ITA.
That is killing me.
Which is just a pointless waste of money. Like, who cares about a rebrand?
So we're going to have new forms, we're going to have new email addresses, we're going to have all of this new stuff that, be forewarned, my apprentice employers, you will be getting new forms from me in the near future.
Yes, and blame government.
Please.
And they're going to hire about 100 inspectors to go around to certain work sites and count how many journey persons and how many apprentices are and make sure the ratios match whenever government pulls out of their head in a cabinet discussion, which is a whole other issue. And they're going to bring in what's called compulsory trades. Now, they call it mandatory trade certification.
Same thing.
Same thing, compulsory trades, basically in electrical and in mechanical and automotive repair.
Yeah, so far.
So far.
Yeah.
And by the way, if the law passes, Cabinet can add more trades at the stroke of a pen. Don't have to go back to the House to get permission for that. But they will mandate that everyone working those trades either be a Red Seal or be working towards a Red Seal as an apprentice. Well, you might say, don't we want more Red Seal?
We do. That is not the issue. We do want more Red Seal tradespeople. We don't want it to be this way, though, because this is just going to create a whole bunch of more bureaucratic headaches. Our president, Chris Gardner, had a lovely op-ed a couple days ago, I think yesterday or today, I don't remember. I remember reading the draft about how the issue is not the number of people going into the trades. We have people who do that all the time. The problem is that if you have to go to school, you have to do technical training, there's no spaces for these apprentices. And so, for example, there are a couple schools that have waitlists of 2 to 3 years for certain levels. So an apprentice can sign on, he or she is ready, raring to go, and wants to start their technical training, but they cannot get into school for another 2 years.
Yes.
So why would you stay, especially because you're not allowed to, depending on which compulsory trade is coming, you're not allowed to work. So what is the point?
Yes, very problematic.
They're going to leave.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't get those people who, here's what's funny. Andrew Mercier, the skilled trades flunky for John Horgan's government, comes out yesterday and starts talking about how, this will, parents will be more likely to, I didn't say force, but push their kids into trades if there's a Red Seal at the end of it. Well, there's always a Red Seal at the end of it now.
That has never changed. There always has been, yeah.
But the same government will tell you that apprentices now are coming to the business later, usually in their mid to late 20s.
Yep,
This isn't
I will
about
attest to that.
18-year-old kids.
Nope, they're
And
mostly
what happens is, correct me if I'm wrong, they often, folks, maybe they try a different career and then come to the trades, or they work in construction for a while. Maybe they bounce from a few different companies to see different parts of the industry, and then they're like, holy smokes, I'm really good at electrical. I should be an electrician.
100%.
And every electrical company in the province is desperate for them, and they're like, come, work with us.
Please work for me.
And maybe they work with them for a year or two doing really menial kind of tasks and kind of lower end tasks that aren't dangerous.
Nope.
Things that, Kerry and I tried to do on, by looking on YouTube, like replating switches or something.
Yeah.
And then they get into, they say, we're going to commit, they become an apprentice and they get the train.
Happens all the time.
All the time. That is the pathway. And now you're saying, no. Basically you're saying, declare your major on day one, of your working life. Come into construction and declare that you are going to spend the next 4 to 10 years working towards becoming a Red Seal HVAC.
Electrician or whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
No, and we often have apprentices even who start off as a certain trade and they change trades.
Yeah.
And because they decide, you know what, I really enjoyed electrical for 2 years, but I'm not quite sure this is what I want to do. I'm going to change to another trade. And so now they've, in this new regime, they've wasted all of that time.
Yeah.
And all of that money, because you have to pay to go to school. It's not free.
Yeah.
And it's been a rough week over the apprenticeship department of ICBA, let's just say that.
That's, we're going through the 5 steps stages of grief.
We're very grief-stricken right now. Right now I'm in anger.
Anger, yeah. Well,
I'm always in anger.
No, it's just, what bothers us is that, no one bothered to pick up the phone and call the single largest sponsor of trade apprentices in the province of British Columbia to see what we're doing that is obviously working. The market is saying it's working. We have more than anyone else.
Exactly.
No one bothered to consult with us. No one bothered to look at the different kind of impacts. Andrew Mercier yesterday on Jazz Joe Hall referenced a report by PricewaterhouseCoopers that, conservatively we'll see a 7% uptick in Red Seal apprentices. Well, you should see a whole lot more if you're forcing everyone in the industry to go. But guess what? They don't have the training dollars to actually house them all. And if you read the report, there's a whole lot more negative impacts that are going to come because of this than positive ones. So don't blame me. Don't blame me. I didn't vote for these jokers.
No, neither did I. But yeah, it's not going to go, well, it might go the way they think it'll go because they are trying to push people towards partners of theirs that are not partners of us, perhaps. But yeah, it's going to be a lot harder than it is right now. And right now it can be tough. Like I said, the wait lists for schools are already very long. And so now you're going to make it worse. And so we're going to have, unfortunately, a lot of people who may be fantastic tradespeople who cannot get the training, who cannot find work because of the ratios involved. And they're going to quit and they're going to move on to something else.
Yeah. Now look, key impacts from the government's own study on this: mandatory certification, compulsory trades, is likely to lead to a net decrease in labor supply. I mean, I don't know what else you want. It also talks about how there will be a marginal increase in prices of construction because of this. Basically, everything we've said captured in one nice handy little table by PricewaterhouseCoopers. I love this. So say no to compulsory trades, talk to your MLA, say, hey, this is bad for the industry. We do not think this means what you think it means.
No.
NDP government.
Well, when you look at it, mandatory trade sounds like a fantastic idea, kind of like community benefit agreements. Sounds lovely. They're not.
Yeah, it's clever rebranding. Anyways, that's it for us.
There's our rage for the day. I do feel a little bit better.
Good. That's good. A little bit of therapy, a little cathartic walkthrough here. ICBA.ca/training. Don't forget this course with Nikki Keefe. She's really fantastic.
She is.
And it'll be well worth your time. And we'll see you next week.
We will.